Safe Love Podcast is a powerful podcast with honest conversations about healthy and unhealthy relationships. We break down red flags, emotional abuse, domestic violence, trauma, boundaries, and healing. This channel is about awareness, clarity, and empowerment. Follow me for more talk weekly. Conversation Love Podcast. The Save Love Podcast.
Oh, hello, and welcome to another episode of Safe Love Podcast. I am your host, Phenomenal Mindy, and thank you for tapping in and tuning in with me every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm thankful for everybody that's part and under the sound of my voice. I am appreciative of you tapping in and listening to me every Friday night and inspiring the word, healing the world at one person at a time. So with that being said, tomorrow is my birthday, and instead of just celebrating another year, I want to talk about the lessons, like the lessons that come through heart, lessons that come through. You know what I'm saying? The lessons that come through letting go of people I thought would be here for me, because birthdays aren't just about being older; they're about becoming wise. With who you are meant to be. And this special birthday episode of Safe Love, I am reflecting on the lessons that shape me, the heartbreaks, healing, the friendships that I outgrew, the boundaries I've learned to set, and the growth that came from choosing myself. Getting older isn't just about celebrating another year of life. It's about honoring the person you're becoming. And in this episode, we'll talk about the power of letting go, learning to trust your intuition. That means that gut feeling that you had at the bottom of your stomach. Why you can't save everything. This is what we're going to learn today. Healing from past pain, protecting your peace, choosing growth over comfort, finding gratitude in every season. If you're in a season of healing, let me tell you something. If you're in the season of healing, self-discovery, and personal growth, thank you for being part of this journey with me. Almost to 2 years, my birthday, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to continue to choose ourselves, right? Trusting your healing and becoming everything you were meant to be. And again, I want to thank you for tuning in, tapping in with me every Friday night. You know, we're going to go ahead and get started. And Reese is already up here. She said, Happy Friday. Yes. Thank you for giving the birthday shout out. And when I say the birthday, I'm saying the same thing as birthday, but the Earth Day is a part of Earth. If you don't know, Google what the Earth Day is, and it's the same thing that we are already saying, and it's just articulating your words a little bit more intentional. So with that being said, we are titling this Another Year, Another Lesson, What My Birthday Taught Me About Love. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Look, as I say, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So with that being said, first lesson we're gonna talk about. I was pondering on what it is that I need to talk about. Y'all, by this being my birthday, I wanted to be intentional with what I'm saying. So the first lesson is not everyone is meant to go with you. That's something that I had to truly learn from my crescendo. And when I say crescendo, I mean in your gut, your intuition, all of that is still the same. It's just choosing to utter in a different language. So, and I want to give a shout out to Kyra Cat 64 for tapping in every single Friday night. And she also says, okay, let me listen with my eyes closed. Yes, under the sound of my voice, I appreciate that. Thank you for sending the birthday shout outs. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking the live. So this year taught me that growth requires release. Sometimes the people you love aren't meant to accompany you into your next season. And every comment that you're saying over here on YT, I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to shout you out. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I've learned that letting go doesn't always mean you stop loving someone. Sometimes it means you start loving yourself. I had to choose myself over and over again. I had to know why I was choosing myself. Sometimes we don't choose ourselves and we don't even know why we should or why we shouldn't. We just, again, we in survival mode. We waking up and we're not even being attentive, just doing the as they like to call it, the economy thing to do. Wake up, go to work. That's it. And I have a life outside of that. But this have also taught me that I need to release some things within this season of my life. So I've learned that letting go doesn't always mean I stop loving you. If I let you go and I release you now, it's because I love you and I want you to go where you need to be. And at this present moment, you're not aligned with who I am and who I'm becoming and where I'm going. And that's okay. You know, that is simply okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. And thank you for sharing the live over here on TT. Lesson 2. Healing is not a destination. A lot of people don't understand that healing is a continual thing. And I like to say healing instead of heal, because I don't think you will ever be healed totally. That's just me. I don't think you will ever be healed totally. I think it's a continuous thing that you got to go through because nobody's perfect. And a lot of people get that confused because you're aligned with a certain thing that, oh, well, you this way, you perfect, and you this and you that. No. I'm just trying to do what I'm called to do. I'm going to continue to heal and I'm going to help people heal. I used to think that healing had an ending to it. I really did think that. And again, I think a lot of people do think that, y'all. I think a lot of people do think that. You know, just because you heal today, tomorrow may be something else that require you to be healed. And you got to continue to be willing to put in the work. You can't downer or I tell people not to dampen your spirit or not to discredit yourself. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself grace. Allow yourself to go through healing and once you get on the other side, or once you continue to go through something or been through something, help someone else along the way to see what they need to see. That one day I woke up completely healed is what I thought. And this is when I got conscious into my spiritual journey. And a lot of people get spiritual mixed up with religions, and then they get religion mixed up with spirituality. I'm not here today to break down the two because it's not what we're here to do today. And let's see this comment that said growth sometimes mean outgrowing that helps save you. A blind man who can now see will quickly throw away the stick that helped him. That's deep. That's deep, Kyra Cat. That's deep. But healing isn't a finish line. It's a comment. Let's see what she says. She says, right. You make to yourself every single day, I'm determined to be in a healing stage. You know, our community, and when I say our, I'm standing with everybody. We already have glass, or should I say, we already have a stigma placed on us. So we have to be careful and have to be intentional and have to heal from all those past traumas, because we don't know what's going to happen to our kids. So we want to set them and put them right in the place that they need to be. Number 3, lesson 3, this is what I also learned. You can't save everyone. And I think this was the biggest one for me. So I write my podcast sometimes Saturday or sometimes Sunday after the air of podcast on Friday. So when I wrote this one down, you can't save everyone, I had to tell myself continuously. So it's not like when I say these things that I'm perfect and I completed this mission. No, my mission is complete when I'm on the other side. So me learning that you can't save everyone, save myself. You can't heal everyone, save myself. I used to think if I could put my bare hands on whatever that problem is or whatever that stain that needs to be blotted out, I would try to do that, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I will try to do that. I would try to do that because I love a person so hard. That's why I'm careful who I allow into my space. Simply because when I care for you, I go hard for you. And some people say, "Oh, Mindy, you taking it too serious. You taking it too literal." No, your life is your life. My life is my life. And if I allow you into my space, I care about you. You know. So again, when I love someone, I go hard for them. I don't play about them just as well as I don't play about me. So therefore, I have to really be careful and I have to really, really focus on myself sometimes because sometimes I give myself away too much that I'm always, what I want to say, in this funk about people when they don't choose me. So, for example, if I give you, and then you don't give me, and then you'll turn around and say, "Well, I ain't asked you to give me that." See, now I'm going to have to leave you where you stand. And I don't even want to have to go through all of that. She says, let's see what she says. Kyra says, on a plane, you put your mask on first before others. And Kyra, I'm glad you said it because, again, I used to didn't understand their logic. I would help them first and then come back and help myself. But now realizing, damn, I'm about to crash. And when the plane go down and I ain't got mine on, then guess what? I'm out of there. So choosing me first has now been a thing for myself. Again, learning that I can't help save everyone. And sometimes I can look at people. I'm so gifted. Sometimes I can look at people and I can see them on the other side of whatever they telling me. I have that so wholeheartedly. When I'm talking to people, I can see them on the other side of the problem that they presenting to me. But y'all know what the problem lies in? Sometimes they don't even see it for themselves. And when they don't see it from themselves, then guess what? I'm mad. Because I'm constantly trying to tell you, I'm putting it in front of you, but sometimes people don't see it. And I've learned with this consciousness that I can't make everybody see how I see. Once I put the glasses on, once I put them on, then guess what? It's for me. I can't take my glasses off and say, "Here, put them on so you can see." It ain't meant for them. And sometimes I lose it because they ass don't see. And I'm sitting up here, I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, is what I say. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. And a lot of people trust my judgment, trust what I say, call me from all types of opinions or what do I think about this. But then if you call me for that and I give you the information and you don't do nothing with it, what's the purpose of calling me, interrupting my spirit? So now I listen more because I know I can't save everyone. I learned that you cannot love someone into healing. I used to think that. I used to think if I love you hard enough, if I do everything you ask me to do, if you ask me to show up, if you ask me to come through, if you ask me to lend you money, I figure if I do this for you, that you gonna walk on into where you need to be. But that ain't the case. That ain't the case. And I'm okay with that. She said, "Right, you cannot feel anything from an empty cup." But I'm gonna tell you something, Kyra. I am in the position now. I'm always continue to be blessed. I'm always continue to be blessed. You think you getting something over on me? My cup is continue running over. If you ask me for $10 until next week and you don't pay my $10 back, guess what? I'm not going to give you something I'm not willing to lose. So you think you gain on that? Go ahead, have at it. Have at it. You cannot carry people who refuse to walk. Just because you got legs don't mean you're willing to walk. She says, definitely can't learn someone into healing. You can't. It's just not going to happen. Ooh, I don't know why I got to sneeze, but it won't come out. You cannot carry people who refuse to walk. And you cannot sacrifice your peace trying to rescue people from themselves. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I used to think with everything in me, if I just show up, Lord, if I just show up and I show them who I really am, they gonna want some type of healing for their life. Nope. It didn't happen for that way. And guess what? I had to walk away. But be honest, I could have saved myself. I could have saved myself a lot of pain and a lot of anguish. But guess what? Trying to be old honest James, like from Good Time, trying to help folks that don't even want to be helped. You cannot sacrifice your peace trying to rescue people from themselves. She says, let me see what she says. She says you have to sneeze because you speak in fact. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lesson 4, y'all. Trust your intuition. Every time I ignore my intuition, guess what? This is the biggest of it all. I pay for it. I said I was supposed to go to in the earlier this conversation. I was supposed to go to New Orleans today. I was supposed to leave this morning and get ready to celebrate my birthday. Y'all, I'm being honest, when I picked this destination, I ain't looked at no weather. I ain't looking at no weather. And you know, if you go to New Orleans, there's a lot of walking involved. There's a lot of walking involved. So I can't walk and look cute at the same time, if you will. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to play in the rain, y'all. I love to go outside and play in the rain. But when I go out there, I'm going in grace. I'm going with gratitude. So I woke up and something just says, check. And I checked and I said, this ain't gonna work. So I tried to convince myself. I said, hey, what if I leave tomorrow? Myself said, What did I say? My intuition said, What did I say? And being honest, I said that I was going to pick a cruise to take for my birthday, but I decided to take it at a later day. So I'm sitting to myself, y'all, and myself said, girl, you trying to do too much because you already taking a cruise in December. That was supposed to be a sign for your birthday, but you taking it at a later day. What more do you want? Now, this could save me, y'all, because I can get on the road and it's raining real bad here in Memphis, and it's also raining in Mississippi. This going in the direction to New Orleans, and it's also raining in New Orleans. But I know sometimes it be spotty in New Orleans, but at the same time, it was a continuous thing. So I had to trust myself because I don't know, trust my intuition because I don't know what's on the other side that my ancestors are trying to protect me from. So I said, hey, let me not force it. Let me just figure something else out. Let me just come back to the page and let me just regroup. Because this right here, it ain't it. It ain't it. And every time I'm telling y'all, you done some stuff. You have you ever driven down the road and you going in a direction and you looking, and then you was like, I was supposed to go this way, but I don't know why I got rerouted this way. And then when you come back to the way that you were supposed to ahead, and you see why. It was for your own protection. But sometimes we force ourselves to just roll right on through, and then now you in a wreck, and now you spend it, or something else happened. Now you in track for 2-3 hours. Girl, trust your intuition. Stop playing with yourself. I'm being real. Trust yourself. I don't live by, and I say this repeatedly, I don't live by to lean not to your own understanding, because I need to understand myself. And why would I not lean to myself? Why would I lean to something outside of myself? Like, come on. No, I'm going to believe me. And that voice is usually speaking long before the red flags become obvious. Again, it was speaking to me, y'all. Said we ain't going this route. We got to figure something else out. Number 5, and I'm gonna say this, y'all. Gratitude changes everything. Gratitude changes everything. I'm grateful for the wins. I'm grateful for the lose. And because that made me who I am today. In my life, speaking for me and me only, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't, because I figure if I do that, then I will not be where I am today. If I had everything perfectly aligned for me, I wouldn't be where I am today without the trials and the tribulations and tests that we do have. I'm grateful for the wins, but I'm also grateful for the loss too. Because whatever that's not meant to be with me, not meant to align with me, they're not tied to my destiny. And I'm okay with that. When God removes some out of my, okay, guess what? Ain't meant for me to have at this present because I get it back later on. If it's not, then oh well. Oh well. Because some things didn't happen to me, it happened for me. I remember when I first started my spiritual journey, and I'm under the leadership of Mama Sadio, and she used to say that all the time, y'all, and she still does say that. That don't ask and question, why is this happening to me? Ask and know that it's happening for you. Don't take nothing away from your journey. Absolutely nothing. She says those losses are lessons. Absolutely. Teach me. Y'all remember that song, Teach Me How to Love? Teach me. I want to know and I want to be aligned. I'm grateful. I am. On this birthday, I'm grateful and I have much gratitude for where I am today, for the woman I have became. Y'all, this has been a long, tedious journey. I didn't start healing until in my late 20s to my 30s. I didn't start my spiritual journey until my late 30s. I just knew something wasn't right. Something wasn't aligned. Something was off. There was no messages. There was no understanding. There was no wisdom. There was no teaching that I could get that made sense to me. It wasn't none of that. So I had to figure out, guess what? Something I need to do differently. I need to do differently. So with that being said, I have given you 5. Number 1, not everyone is meant to go with you. Wherever you go, they ain't meant to go. Lesson 2, healing is not a destination. Remember, there's not an end point to healing. You may be still healing when you get 90. You may still be healing when you get 90. It just may not be the same one when you in your 20s. Okay? It may not be the same one, but you still gonna go through something. You gonna go through something. You gonna go through something, y'all. Number 3, you can't save everyone. Bad as you want it for them, bad as you want it for them. If they can't see it, baby, don't force it. Everyone have their aligned divine timing. It may not be meant for them to see it right now. If they see it right now, they may go crazy. They may go haywire. So, number 4, trust your intuition. Everyone has one. Trust it. Trust it. And if I'm really being honest, y'all, look, I ain't finna say that. I ain't even finna take it there. I'm finna take it somewhere it need to be. I had to think. I'm just being honest, y'all. Trust your intuition. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Number 5, gratitude changes every single thing. Be grateful for the life lessons that you've learned, for the things that you've overcame. Be grateful. Be grateful for everything, the big things, the small things, the teeny, weeny thing. Be grateful. It was given, it was presented for a reason. Thank you for the likes over here on TT. I appreciate that. So continue to show up for yourself. No matter what no one has to say about you, show up. Show up and show out. Guess what? Because I'm going to do that tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out. I've came a long way. I feel more aligned with who I'm supposed to be now than I ever did before. Before, again, I was just waking up. I was just waking up. I just want y'all to understand that I love what I do, and I do this for a reason. I'm almost hitting the 2-year mark, and I'm thankful. I'm grateful that I can continue to do this, and I'm dedicated to doing it. Again, it may not be millions, it may not, but again, one person at a time. And I figured, I'm just starting my bloodline. You know, it makes more sense to me. So, birthday reflection. As I celebrate another year around the sun. Hold on, let me make sure I read the comment. She says, another great show. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. So, birthday reflection. As I celebrate another year around the sun, I'm not focused on what I lost. I'm focused on who I am becoming. A stronger version, a wiser version, a healed version. Not perfect, just growing. If you're listening today, thank you for being part of this journey with me. My birthday wish, simple. Choose yourself, protect your peace, trust your healing, and never stop becoming the person you were created to be. I love you, and if no one told you, continue to wake up, continue to show up for you. If nobody giving you the back of it, tap into it. As I stated last week in the last podcast, quiet down, disconnect. Never stop becoming the person you created. You are the chosen one under the sound of my voice. And again, here's to another year for Mindy to continue to keep doing what she do. And with that being said, this is the end of the podcast. XOXOXO. Reese, I love you. Kyra Cat 64, I love you. J Rhea, I love you. And I'm gonna say this, and I feel the need to say this about you. Y'all friends with me. If I pass away, when I pass away, let me say this is my prayer, and this is my heaven to me. Y'all better show out. Y'all better show out. Y'all say, what will Mindy do? What will Eminem do? Show out. Them people I ain't stuck with, stop them at the door. Because I paid for this him. I'm serious. Y'all better show out. Go up in the big way. Don't let nobody tell y'all can't play this, y'all can't do this. No. Y'all better show out and go out in the big way. Jay, look, Jay, I already know you got me, dog. I already know you got me. I'm serious. I'm laughing, y'all, but I'm serious. If I ain't fool with them, stop them at the door. Say, Mindy ain't fool with you. What you here for? No. I paid for this here. Mindy paid for this here. So y'all stop them at the door. Again, I love y'all. Jay, look, I ain't gonna say no more because now I'm getting comical. And I ain't even trying to be. It just happens. This is the Gemini season. Jay said, you know I will. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm telling you. Reese said, we got you for sure. I ain't gotta have all that church stuff. Nah. Y'all better be dressed in white. Not black, white. I'm serious. In white. Finger red number one, finger red number one. I'm telling you, Tyra Cat, y'all dressed in white. Now come and have no black on now. Look, I'm done talking, y'all. Let me get out here and enjoy my weekend. Thank you for tapping in with me every Friday night. Next week. All right, bye for now.
The Safe Love Podcast is a powerful podcast with honest conversations about healthy and unhealthy relationships. We break down red flags, emotional abuse, domestic violence, trauma, boundaries, and healing. This channel is about awareness,